Yo, what's good, guys and girls? This is your boy Young Prospect back again with another video, and today we're gonna be talking about the top 5 things that traders know, but they don't really know how to actually put them in place. I'm talking about beginners, guys. So let's just try and start from the beginning. We'll get advanced as the days go on. So I'd like to note that this high and this high sort of like form some sort of a third touch at the end. So let's say you're looking for your sell entry, for an example. You're trying to go down here, so I'm going to teach you how to actually set your SL. So first things first, as GWFX, we know that this is the first touch, second touch. Now this is our third touch. So what happens is a lot of people get caught within this area here. People will be selling at this position and then be taken out after that. So we as GWFX, we have a certain way that we actually enter this kind of trade. So we ain't gonna get really into that, but I'll show you one of the ways, which there's like 3 ways to actually enter it. So with that being said, let's go. So what we GWFX like to do as the first step, we like to look left. What does that mean? The first step, looking left, simply means that before you're about to take a trade, just try to understand how did they actually treat the second touch. So what does that mean? So if you take a look, it gave us the touch and then it sold and then it came back almost halfway before it continued going down. So that's what we are currently anticipating here. We're waiting for a sell and low confirmation and then a sell. So what we're waiting for is that, ladies and gentlemen. So we wait for it, and then so as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, we hit our sell and now we hit our confirmation. So what we like to do, we like to note this as a confirmation of a continuation flag. We like to actually place our trades down here. So now we're going to be looking at the second part of the tip. First one was how to actually use the looking left method, where we see that up before continues going down, it sells, gives us the flag. So here we have another flag. So what happens is you go up above that previous high, the same as it would have entered this one, would have entered maybe here. Okay, not maybe there. Let me just make sure we get this. Maybe down here, stop loss just above that high, and then our target's down there, same as this, above that high. So if you take a look here, it's 112 pips, 112 pips. So a lot of people will be saying, why not there, why not there? It's a preference thing, because sometimes that the market actually stalls before it goes into a direction. So now going into tip number 3, how to set your target. So you usually look, we zoom out, and you see since there's a third touch, it means that there is a core trend line, which is the resistance. So expecting price to get here, and then as soon as it gets here, that will be our first target. So this is our first target, and then our second target will be at this area here, 2, which is the support after this was at the resistance there at the top. So here's TP1 and TP2. So here's TP1, here's TP2. So our first take profit we set at this area. So let's do that, guys. TP and another TP, we down here. So TP. So here's our stop loss, how to set your stop loss, how to set your TP, how to look left, and then now we're gonna be moving with the trade. So let's play it out. And as you can see, we tagged in, went up a little bit, went up again. So I'm gonna pause it right here. So guys, sometimes, like I said, sometimes the market has its own ideas. Here it was just clean price action, but here decided to actually be a little bit extra. So sometimes this happens, and when it does, you need to just take it with a pinch of salt, that sometimes the market won't do exactly what you want. So what happens here is the market did actually play out, but it actually came back in. What does that mean? It means that sometimes the market as it sells, it tries to actually get some traders which are actually waiting, like orders here which are actually waiting. They need to all get filled first before it actually moves into a direction. So do you see that setting your stop losses just above that previous high and waiting for this confirmation is much better than actually setting your stop loss just above that, because now you've been taken out. So that's how we're looking at it right now. So we're still in this trade. Let's watch it play out. And then as it moves, it goes back up. It collected all the orders, then it started actually trickling all its way down. So let me do this. So now price did push back up again. So this is typical because we are actually in a bullish type of trend right now. So it will actually struggle selling, but at the end of the day, guys, it will get there. So let's give it some time. So we ended up dropping. Okay, so finally, in a couple of days, if not days, weeks, we finally hit our TP. Boom. And then we finally drop towards the low and hit our take profit. Okay, take profit number 2. Okay, let me just do this, guys. I'll explain why I'm putting it here. So the reason why I'm putting it here is because sometimes price actually respects the recent low. So the recent low was this one. It was this at first, so it's this here. So if you're targeting maybe this low, this was the old low, this is the recent one. So basically that's how you're supposed to be looking at it in terms of after it breaks out of this instead of the actual low there, because that's how traders get taken out and then the price just pushes back up. And then now we go into tip number 4. What happens if you try to trail this? So let's say price pushes down, obviously you would have placed a break even somewhere here. So where's my break even? Lock profits. So what happens is I broke even, but price came down and it took us out before it actually head down. So the solution for this is to actually wait for price to actually move in the 4-hour time frame. So 4 hour, let's go to 4 hour. So in the 4-hour time frame, what you're seeing, guys, is a matter of price that actually pushed down, pushed up, pushed down, pushed up, pushed out. So what does this mean? It gives us only limited lows to actually trail. So as you can see, we get only a few instead compared to the 1 hour where you would get a multiple recent. So it'll be a little bit hard trailing that. But with that, if price does actually push down, you can actually break even here, and after breaking even you can trail here. After trailing there, you can trail here, and then after trailing here, you can trail somewhere here or up here, or preference, because as soon as you actually reach TP1, you're supposed to be a little bit aggressive with the trailing. So that was the 4th tip. And then now the 5th tip that you need to actually use as you move around: always try to build good habits. Always try to understand the market will do what you want. Sometimes it just takes a little while. So holding profits is a really like making money in forex is a patience game. So if you take a look here, we entered on the 23rd of December, but the trade only hit take profit on the 13th of January. So it's a really a long-term game if you take a look. So and if you take a look at the overall momentum, so this was just a little push up and this was just a little sideways correction. So anything could have really happened there. If you lost, just make sure that you manage your risk. Just like now, we're risking less than 0.75%, which is a good sign. So thank you for watching, and I hope this actually helps you out. Please subscribe. More videos coming soon. Peace out.